Okay. All right. Oh, hello. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. It is Thursday, the 24th of April. I always feel like the 24th of April is like, I don't know. I just always get a feeling about the 24th of April. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because it looks nice because it's like 424. But like every time I'm like, oh, it's just such a pretty. I don't know. I don't know. I just always feel like there's something important that is happening. And so if it's your birthday today, every year I always think, oh man, today is so important. I don't know that I have any. Oh, you know what? It's Maryland Day. So it is a special day. I think it's also my bestie from high school's birthday um, as well. But I don't know. Every year I've always been like, oh, it's the 24th of April. It's a very important day. So happy birthday to Marilyn and my bestie from high school. Maybe that's why, because like every year we always celebrated her birthday. This and May 4th was always, and that is her. Everyone, all my friends had birthdays in like the end of April into May. It seems like. And then I had my birthday in October. But anyway, that's not why we're here today. And you know what? I'm not even really sure why we're here today. I have not decided on anything yet. I just kind of guessing today. I feel like every week someone has moved my computer. Is it me? Possibly. Is it not me? Also possible. Okay. So all right, let me go to the Facebook group and look at the comments. Here we go. All right, so yeah, today is Marilyn's birthday, which is really cool. So, you know what we should do today is we should make, I don't know what, we should make something. Let's see. So, there's a few things that like I have on my to do list right now. I'm in the middle of a batch right now. I'm in the middle of a batch. So we can talk about that for a minute. Let's see. I have, oh, where is it? No, that's not it. Sorry. Let me just share my screen. Look how nice this side of my screen looks. The other one over here is just covered in like bookmarks on the entire page. So this one I can look at and I can be like, oh, that looks nice. Let's see. So let's go to teacherspayteachers.com. And I was thinking of doing a write the room. And I know we do write the rooms all the time. I know. But I also know that I've specifically not done a write the room in almost 5 months now because we did a whole thing about it in January or December. I think it was December. So I know that I've been like really actively avoiding it. So, I mean, we could continue to actively avoid it. We could do that. Or we could just do it and see what happens. So, gosh, I have this thing that's right here that I want to be not right there. There we go. Um, a few things. So, things that are selling for me right now are Cinco de Mayo. I have a sombrero template that I made like almost 3 years ago, probably 2 years ago. And then my pond things are doing really well. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So I have these, I made these new pond things. Apparently I'm going through a blue phase right now. We made these otter things and my other awards are uh my other awards are red. Like the page is red, so I wanted it to not be red. And I was like, what's another like neutral-ish thing? And then I was like, oh, blue works because something on here was blue as well. And so I was like, that works. Then I made this pond thing, this pond diorama, and I was like, it should be blue because pond. And then yeah, so anyway, my this pond bingo card, I just put it up a few days ago and it's already sold. So I'm kind of like, oh, I should do more things with pond things, and I really like her clip art. This is Banana Cloud. You might actually see I have Banana Cloud on all of these products that I've this one's not Banana Cloud, but everything else is Banana Cloud. So like I'm just all about her lately. Oops, I made it so that I could see the thing, and then I just didn't open it. Anyway, okay, so I was thinking about doing a pond right the room because I don't have a pond right the room, and I also want to add a pond category. Let me show you how to do that. So you can just come up here and you can just add a new category and say pond. And you can add a description. I didn't know this. This text will display when buyers select the filter for this category. Interesting. So you could edit the store page. Okay, so it would add something here. That's fun. I wonder if I've done that with anything. Nope. Nope. All right. So anyway, manage categories. So we're going to do this pond thing, and then we're going to add / remove resources, and we're just going to search by title, and we're just going to put pond. And then I'm just going to add all of them to this pond category and save changes. And that's it. And then there we go. And this classroom decor one, I think I'm going to remove all of my borders because I don't like that you can't see the classroom decor in here. You can only see borders. So I'm going to get rid of most of them really quick. And I just want to show you what that kind of looks like. Actually, I'm going to keep Groovy because Groovy is like my main seller. And then we'll get rid of, I just did this huge batch of them the other day. And so I wanted the other day, like a month ago, like many months ago. But anyway, so there. That's how you edit things in your custom categories. Easy peasy. And lastly, I want to make a right the room. So this is what in general our right the rooms look like. They have this recording sheet. I think they also call it Scoot in other places. Scoot. So basically you put this this piece of paper, you give them this recording sheet, and then you take these other things, and they have a little number in the corner, and that corresponds with where they go. So like number 2 would be this bunny, and then they would write the word bunny, for example, or basket. So I give them the recording sheets that have all of the answers, or all of the images right here. And they also some have lines and some don't have lines. So I give them lots of different options to have this cute little product. So I'm going to take our in general write the room template, and I'm just going to make it into pond animals because I'm riding the pond wave right now, friends. So let's see if it's actually in the it was last week. Right, the room. P. Plant. Place value. Okay, so we shouldn't do this then. Oh, that sucks. It was in the search. Because I remember I was like, we need to do this because it's in the search. Okay, so if it's not in the search, then we need to find something else that's in the search. So what is coming up? So maybe like end of the year? Silent E. We could do something like that. Okay, so things need to be found. Plant or place value, OU or OW. I like that. That would be easy to do as well. Long E. I think I have a long E right the room already. Let me look. No, it would be up here because these. I almost thought this was mine for a second. No, I don't think I do. So we could do a long E. I don't want to do it though. I don't do it. I don't do it. All right, so right the room. And then we're just going to type a letter, and we're going to find something to make, or we're going to do something else, which is sad. Oofly. Oofly. Measurement, money, May. If we did May, what you could do is you could go to ChatGPT and you can be like, I want to create 5 products for a May themed Right the Room. So, for example, like Cinco de Mayo Right the Room. You need 5 though. Can you help me come up with those ideas? Thanks. All right. So that's something you do. You can just be like, hey, I want to create this May themed Right the Room. What do you think? You want to help me? And then it's like, okay, Cinco de Mayo. Insects, that would be a good one too. Mother's Day, end of year, Right the Room. I don't know what I would put in here. And then farm life. So for example, you can do that. Or let's see what other people are doing. You could do our pond one in there. So there's spring. May themed. It seems like there should be like multiple, like this one is winter. I don't know why that's in May. But anyway, so what I would do is I would I would not do Star Wars. Do not. But for May, I'd probably do like this. There's like 5 here. So there's camping. And you can see this too. Have you noticed that there are bundles and they look different on the search? So like you see these, they just look normal. There's just a square. And then this one down here, you you put your little thing over it and it has like pieces of paper that come out. Do you see? Can you see it? I don't know if I can make it bigger. Oh, I can. So see, it like changes. That's because that's a bundle. And so you can see that it's a bundle in the search. How cool is that? So I love that. Anyway, so current Right the Rooms that I have that could be May. So I feel like that should be a bundle though. I have Easter, which I would consider May. I have this Right the Room butterfly life cycle that does really well. I have farm. I have spring. So that's 4. And then I don't think I would do anything else. I don't think any of these other ones would be considered May. So we could do something like that. That's an idea. No. It doesn't have Cinco de Mayo. Okay, so I'm gonna hold to that thought. There's no G. Butterfly Right the Room. I wonder if I'm in that search for that. Did you know that you can like take this, for example, and go over to a new incognito window and you can see like what you are in the search for non-you people? Sure. So this is butterfly life cycle, which I found that in the search term. Yes, this is someone else in the membership. But I like that you could do colors. We could do a Right the Room with butterflies. I mean, I technically already have one, but mine is life cycle. So if you do something that's not life cycle, like just butterflies. I also have a butterfly bingo cards. Bingo. That is like colors. I do. I know I do. There it is. So you could do rainbow butterfly colors, bingo, and look at this. This is Maryland. So anyway, that's something we could do. I did not prepare for today adequately, as you can see. So let's. So that's an idea. I do like having ideas, but I don't know. Farm, I think I have one of those. Digraphs. Dinosaur Right the Room. I have that in my I have this collection of ideas in a fishbowl. And the fishbowl is a little dirty because it somehow ended up downstairs. So it's got like something going on, but I think it's on the inside, so it's fine. It's fine. But it's in here somewhere. The right the room. The dinosaur right the room. Just so you know. It's already in my thing. So there's addition right the room. April right the room. Hmm. That's right. Yes. There's spring, insight word. Um Weather. We could always do weather. Easter. I'm just not feeling any of these. CVC. There's spring CVC, so we could do like we did with the. You know what? That might be a good one, a spring CVC, because think you have a template for this already in the membership. Let me see what. Um, I asked it something. I don't know. Hmm. 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 I don't know what to do. Okay. So we could do CVC. I wonder if they have any other CVC besides just spring. No. But I feel like we've missed. I mean, not missed because it's still spring and spring's kind of long, but I feel like we shouldn't do a spring product because I feel like if they were gonna do a spring one, they would have done it by now. So I'm worried that this is kind of like Easter, that it's just like a residual search, not something people are actively searching for right now. Um, hmm. You know what I've noticed? Uh, just thinking out loud here. Um, when I question myself like this, I always talk myself out of things. When we could just do it and see if we'll make money with it, right? We could just do it. I think I want to do the butterfly one. Butterfly right the room. So let me see if I have any clip art for this. I don't know. I'll have butterfly. No. Colors. Oh, I bet I do then in there somewhere. Do you have? Let's see. Butterfly colors. Mm-mm. Maybe. Okay. Ah. Okay. I want to say like Erin Colleen had butterflies that I used, but it might have been Serge. It might have been someone else. Oh, we have Ladybug. Oh, I wonder if Ladybug is. Ladybug color. All right. Oh, we could do Ladybug writing. No, Beth. Okay. So I think I can find some clip art. I like these colors though. That's fun. We could do a popsicle right the room. You know what I love about right the room is that like you can do anything. You could do anything. There's so many options. Like you could make that. Oh my gosh, you know what we should do? Oh, you know what? Actually, okay. So let me just brain dump my thoughts that I've been having about things to create lately. So my children are their school district is Otters, which is the cutest thing ever. So I keep thinking like things to do for that would work for his school because it's a new school. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give these ideas to the teachers there. Like like I made these Otter awards, and I'm gonna send it to the principal and be like, can you just like disperse this among the school and like anyway. So I've been thinking about like what else we could do with otters, and I feel like otters are just the funnest idea of things because there's so many different play on words. Like I was like, we could do like And the reason I'm thinking of this is because of these little cameras. And I'm thinking of like at the end of the school year, like all these memories. And it's like, I was thinking of doing like an autograph page. And it's just like, it's so ridiculous. Like the things that I have, like utterly amazing work ahead. Like, like what if we do like an otter themed classroom decor? Like, I just have all these utterly ridiculous ideas, you know? And I just I just keep thinking about it like, oh, we should do this for the others. That would be so fun. And then it's just ideas that I have. And then I'm thinking like right the room. I wanted to do something with pond. And yesterday when I stinking searched it, it had it. And now it's not, which is sad. So I guess I'll yeah. And then I don't know. Let's just search otter really quick and see if there's actually something I can do with otter. Sea otter pups. Mm, so not really. But we could also do something with there's so many ideas. Gosh, there's so many ideas. Anyway, so I thought I remember her having some butterfly clip art that I used before. Oh my gosh. This could be Cinco de Mayo. Mexican food. Clip art. Cinco de Mayo. We could do a Cinco de Mayo right through. Or bingo. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Cinco de Mayo. Bingo. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, friends. Okay, so new plan. Sorry. Sorry. New plan is and updated the branding. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna make a bingo card instead. So there are bingo cards that I can make. So first things first, when we're making bingo cards, let me just tell you where I get my bingo card things. Hold on, let's see. bethandavril.com/bingo. Slash next. Where is it? I know I have it. Slide bingo gen. That will take you to bethandavril.com/bingo gen. Will take you to the bingo creator for PowerPoint. This is what I use. It doesn't really look super fun and awesome, but let me tell you, it is the greatest. Don't let this sales page ruin it for you because it looks like, oh wow, like use this outdated. Anyway, let me just tell you, it's life changing, life changing. So we're gonna make. I'll show you. I'll show you what happens. I'm gonna show you how easy it is. It's the greatest thing. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Okay, so we're just gonna go to PowerPoint and we're gonna open up a, just a regular paper. If you don't have, why does that always have squares or like? Is that weird? It feels weird. Like, why does it always have dashes? I don't know. It's interesting because I feel like the other one also has dashes. Huh. All right. Well, anyway, so if you want to have a piece of paper like this and you don't have a piece of paper like this, go to design and go to slide size up here. And you can customize your slide size. You can make it 8.5 by 11. Someone asked me recently also, like, how can you make cover images in PowerPoint? And I just wanted to say that you can totally type in here 2000 px and press tab, and it will adjust it to 2000 pixels in inches. Okay, so that's an idea for you if you're like, oh, I want to make some shop images. I like to use Canva for, well, I give you guys a Canva I don't. I use PowerPoint for everything. But I know some people like to use Canva, so I gave you those in the Optimize Your TPT store in the membership and in the bethanaverill.com, which is this slash next. It will give you templates for that in Canva, so you can just drag and drop your stuff and it'll look great. So there's that. And then I also wanted to show you, I have these lines on here. If you right click over here on the wings, like this bit, and you go to grids and guides, the guides are this part that goes like past the paper. And the grid lines are what's inside the paper, these like squares. My vision is weird today because these look like lines to me, not like dots. They look like lines. I can't make them not look like lines. My brain is a little funky today. But anyway, so here's and then you put the ruler right here. Okay, so first things first, to do this, you're going to create a thing. I don't have it in my so my bingo creator just keeps going away for some reason. So if that happens to you, which it happens to me, so it might happen to you too, you go to wherever you have your bingo generator in your computer, and you just double click it, and then look at that, it came back. There it is. Okay, so first things first, I like to insert a bingo table. For this, I don't have that much clip art. Let me open it and see. There we go. I have, let's say, if I use all of them, I'd have one. Well, okay. We could do both. I don't know. I'll do one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11. It's not enough to make a 4x4. So I would do a 3x3. And so you can just insert the table and then it'll give you a thing. And so you can take this and you can adjust it, which some people don't know that you can do. But you can absolutely adjust the size of this. You can adjust the colors. You can mess with it to your heart's content. So what I do is I always go over here to table design and I just make it look the way I want it to do. So want it to. So I don't like it being so thin. I don't like the lines thin. So I change those immediately to 3-point, and then I go to borders and I do all borders, and then it changes to what I ask it to do. If you wanted to get rid of the borders, you could also do no borders, and then there wouldn't be any, but I don't know why you would do that. So here we go. We have this, and then I like to add a little text box that says my name. So C, Beth and Averill, and I like it to be a different font. Like a could do Century Gothic. We could also do like a KG or KA, or I like to do this Stanford biography because I just like the look of it. So I'll put it right here in the middle on the bottom, and there we go. Okay, and then you'll also do like the word bingo and make that bigger. And you could also, like, I generally make this like, in general, what I've done is I've like put it in the middle and I just make it really big and make it fit like this. But this is 3 boxes, so it's a little different. We can kind of do what we want with it. So I think I might change it up a little bit. And I'm going to change this font to one of my KA fonts just because I like them. I like the look of this one. So I think we're going to do this. Maybe a little bit bigger. And you know what? We should make this whole thing bigger. Mm-hmm. Da, 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 da. Make it a little bit bigger. And maybe make this a little bit smaller, but not that small. So like maybe like 150. There we go. And then I don't know. I just get ideas in my head of what I want to do. So, and then put Cinco de Mayo. Mayo should be capitalized. And then I would just, I'd probably go to my KA fonts and do maybe this one. I like this one. Maybe, I mean, you could also just keep this smaller. I said I don't want it to be that small, and I don't want it to be that small. So maybe like 130, make it a little bit bigger. I don't know. And then just put your Cinco de Mayo right here. And you could even do like multiple, like you could do like Cinco de Mayo, Cinco de Mayo, Cinco de Mayo. You could do something like that to give your idea. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this. Oops. And just put this over here. There we go. Something like that you could do. And then what I like to do, I'm going to change all the colors of that in a minute. But first, I'm going to add these little peppers and some flan and some guac and some hot sauce and a lime and some salsa and the taco and the tamale and some tortilla chips and avocado and a burrito. Okay, so that's fun. All right, so we're going to grab all of this. We're going to ungrab this and ungrab this and ungrab this and ungrab this. And then we're going to go over here to add-ins and we're going to place them into bingo table. Oopsies. Okay, so the mistakes were made here. So first things first, we need to insert an additional table over here. I like to get rid of the extra pieces because I don't like that it takes my page so far away. So we'll just get rid of those things. And maybe this one. Just pull this back over here. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to grab everything like we did before, and then we're going to undo this and this and this and the actual table. And then right here is my, what is that called? My copyright. So we don't want that either. So we're going to go over to add-in, and we're going to do helper function, and we're going to place selected objects into bingo table. And apparently this one's just not interested. So place him into bingo table. He'll just go to the wrong one. It's not a big deal. And there you go. So there we go. I'm going to get rid of this and this. And I'm going to grab this whole thing and bring it over here. So that all fits on one page. Okay. So I'm going to change these to be this red color, because I like that. So you go to the eyedropper and we change it to that. I just like that. That looks nice. And then this, I think I'll do this red. And then I will do this green. Oopsies. This green. There we go. We eyedropper. color. Maybe this yellow, and maybe then we'll just repeat those colors. Okay, and then we can take the whole thing and give them like a little solid line of black and like maybe like 1.5. That's just a little extra color. I don't think I like it on this one, so I'm gonna take it off of this. There we go. Okay. And there you go. So that is your Cinco de Mayo. So that could be it. We could use that and that be done. Or we could add words. So to add words, you would just grab all the pieces again. And you just hold your control and shift and just like make it smaller. And then you just lift it up, right? So there you go. That's it. And you could even take some of these and put them up a little higher. It's up to you. All right. And then we're going to add some text. I want this to be Stanford biography. This is a burrito. And then I want it to be centered. And just a bigger text. Okay. So we're going to take this almost to the edge. And a little bit higher. And then we'll duplicate and put that in each of these. We'll arrange, align, top. There we go. And this is hot sauce. We'll grab these and duplicate and put them over here. So put them in the general middle and duplicate in the general middle again and down. And then I'll duplicate, and that means they're all darn. Okay. And then so what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab all of these and we're going to arrange and align center, and we're just gonna arrange these a little bit better so that they are nice. All of the work that you need to do for bingo cards is right in the beginning. Like you just have to kind of figure it all out for a little bit, and then once you have everything like arranged the way you want, it's so quick and easy to make bingo cards, which is my favorite thing to make besides write the room. I also really love write the rooms. Okay, so this is a little high, so we'll put this a little bit lower. Okay, so now this is, oops, not fine. On. This is a guacamole. Okay, so now that I'm seeing this G, I don't know that I want to keep this font. Lime. Salsa. Go. What is this called? Just want to make sure I'm spelling things correctly. Because that's not a burrito. That's a tamale. I just want to make sure I spell things right, you know? Oops, I always spell things. Tamale. All right, and then tortilla chip. And then avocado. Did I tell you guys that my next dog is going to be named Avocado? It's happening. It's so funny because Brandon's like I've been saying this like since Anchovy was like 5. I'm like, our next dog is also going to be a golden retriever, and we're going to name him Guacamole or her. We're going to name her Guacamole because I just feel like I love food names for dogs, and I feel like there's no dog that you'll ever meet named Avocado. And there wasn't an anchovy until after my anchovy, and then some random celebrity got a dog named Anchovy, and I was like, "No, ma'am, Anchovy's my dog." Everyone's like, "Oh, Anchovy's such a good dog name." I know it's a good dog name. That's why I named my dog that. But anyway, I was the original anchovy dog owner. My next dog will be Avocado. But anyway, that has nothing to do with this. So let's move on. You guys are extra quiet today. What's going on? I see that there's people here, but I don't see any comments. I don't see a single comment. That's just not like you guys. You guys are normally so chatty. It must be because you guys are all out celebrating Marilyn's birthday. I understand. It's fine. Okay, so here we go. We have our Cinco de Mayo. I could have a background on this, but I feel like I don't want to do that with this one. I've been thinking about it like while I was working on it. I was like, what could I put back here? Like you could put like a little um like something with these colors on it, but I feel like that would be really busy and I want it to just be basic. I want it to be very basic for this one. So this is what we've done. We've spent like probably 15 minutes actually working on this part of the product. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go to add-ins and we're going to generate bingo cards. And so it's going to ask us all sorts of questions. Like, do you want to keep the center as a free space? We do not. Is the top row, words? It is not. The 3x3 will be created, and it says a number of pages, 10. But what we're going to do is I think we should do 39. So that first page is 40. And then it has some warnings, which apparently it doesn't. And then it says the text in each cell in the table is uniquely formatted and should keep its style. If this were true, which it's not. So we're just going to say no to that. And then there you go. And then we're going to press OK. So we're going to make 40 bingo cards, and we just started at 9:44. Let's see how long it takes. It's done. It's still 9:44. It's done. Look at that. Look at that. We made 40 bingo cards, and I mean, we could be super generous here and say that we've been working this entire time, which is hilarious because if anybody has been here for this 45 minutes, you know that I haven't been working for 45 minutes. But we could be super generous and say that it took me 45 minutes to make these 40 bingo cards, but it's still 45 minutes to make 40 bingo cards instead of I've done them before and they've taken like gosh, how long did it take? It used to take me like 4 hours. I used to print things and like it was nuts. It was nuts. Like so I made one for Halloween. And at first it's not that hard. Like the first one, I guess it's not that hard. But then after that, I tried to like drag and drop them into the spots to like I made a Christmas one. So I took, like the Santa Claus and put it in the ghost spot, for example. And I printed off what each thing was and what was replacing it so that I could easily like drag and drop, like because sometimes I'd forget or I'd find one that I forgot to move over. Like it was so nuts. It was just so nuts. But anyway, it took me hours to make bingo cards. And I think I made Halloween, Christmas, Valentine's Day, and Easter, and St. Patrick's Day. So I made 5 altogether. And it took me probably a total of, 15 hours or more. Let's see, 5 times 4 hours, at least 20 hours. Yeah, it took me hours and hours and hours to make these bingo cards. And the Easter one that I made has sold for the second time ever. And I made them in like 2020. It was during COVID. It was before COVID. It was before COVID that I made those. So, yeah. So if you're ever thinking like how much time, because they weren't that good. That's why they took forever. But anyway, so now these take much less time and they look very clean and nice. And I don't get like distracted and like just, I can't finish. 40 pages. Bada bing, bada boom. All right. So here's what we do now. We're going to duplicate this slide. We're going to come up here and we are going to take all of these away and take them over here. Boop. And we're going to turn this into a 2x2. And then we're going to delete this. And we're going to have calling cards. Guess that's important. So I'm going to grab this all the way to the top and put this here. And then I'm going to hit Control and Shift and make it smaller. Oh, there's good. And then we'll take all of these and put them kind of in the middle and make them bigger. But not that big because that's too big. Okay, so like that. And then we're going to take this lime and salsa and put them over here. And take burrito and fun, put them over here. And we're just going to make things bigger. Here we go. And to make this size a little bigger. Maybe take these and to make them up higher. Oh no! Grabbed this on accident. We'll put this up here. And I just realized that I changed this when I shouldn't have. So we're going to grab this. We're going to do this format painter and we're going to change this to be the same. Format painter and change this to be the same. With this little thing over here on the home, it's like right next to the paste. What it does is it changes the size and everything of the font to match. So there we go. And I'll just do that. Okay, there we go. So salsa, lime, burrito. Shoot. Damn it. Okay, so mistakes were made. This is not a burrito, as it turns out. This is a pepper. So we're gonna start all over with this. Oh my gosh, I have to start all over with this bingo card. And let me just check to make sure everything else is good. Okay, I think so. Anyway, avocado slash guacamole is a great name. Oh, I can name him Guac. I feel like if I had a dog named Guacamole, it couldn't be a golden retriever, especially not the one that I have, because Anchovy is very thin. She's a field retriever, so she's very thin looking. Like she's normal golden in the front, and then her back, it's very she goes up and she's very thin, like a like one of those running dogs. But she's she's still lazy like a golden retriever. So it's very funny. People are like, "Wow, she's so thin," and it's like that's just who she is. But anyway, I feel like if I had a guacamole dog, I feel like I would have to have like a pug or something. You know, I'd have to have a big fat dog. Or one of those dogs that has the big booty that wiggles. Oh, but anyway, so let's remake this bingo card. We go to add-ins, we go to generate bingo cards, the same thing that we did before, except we're gonna do it again. So 39, and then press enter, and it's gonna make them all again. So there we go. Now they're actually the right thing instead of saying that these peppers are burritos. We're good. All right, so there we go. We have these, and then we're gonna duplicate this, and then we're just gonna delete this part. And we'll grab this hot sauce and this burrito. Oops. And put it over here. And then we could delete this whole thing if we wanted to. Burrito and hot sauce. Oh gosh, hot sauce. And then this is actually, since it's not a burrito, we should change it to pepper. And then we're gonna grab this tortilla. The leche. And this is a tamale. Um, and then we'll do the same thing we did before, which is just make them a bit bigger. And we can add them to the middle. You know what I bet you could do? Hold on, let me see. If you grab all of these and you go to helper function and place it, look at that. You totally can. Except it switches things. I don't, don't like that. So if it does, you can just go over here and you can shuffle it. But anyway, so it puts it in the right spot, which is nice. And then we duplicate, and then let's see, let's do that actually for here. Just grab these 3 and go to the add-in and place into bingo. There you go. And then we'll just make them bigger. And then we'll change this to guacamole. And then taco. And then avocado. I mean, what other dog would there be at the dog park named Guacamole, you know? Or avocado? I came to Brandon the other day with another idea because I was like, I've been saying for years, like, oh, our next dog is going to be guacamole. Our next dog is going to be guacamole. And then I was like, the other day, I was like, you know what we should do instead of guacamole? And he's like, you cannot, you cannot just do that, Beth. It's like, I don't know. I feel like we should have a guacamole. It's not having that. Okay, so let's do a top border and a left border. Okay, so let me talk about what I just did. So when you have a thing here, let's pretend this is our thing. So you go over here to table design and you can change the borders by going to like all borders. That changes the border. If you wanted to make one that wasn't, or if you wanted to like, you can, you see how there's like an arrow when you get kind of close to it. If you click that and you do like the top, you can change it to like, you can take off this top border, for example. Or if you have like one, like in this example, what you can do, let's put all the borders back on, all borders. What you can do is you could just click on inside this one box. You see how it's blinking right here? And then you can remove all borders or just say no borders. And then what you can do is you can put them back one at a time. So you'll see that it says like left border. You can do the outside borders or the inside borders. What I do is so there's a top border and then there's a left border. That's how I do it. If you want to take off a piece, you can do that. You'd probably call her Guacky. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. Oh, could you imagine? We go to the dog park. This is my favorite thing about having an anchovy. It's like when we're ready to go, like, anchovy, come on. Like I have to kind of whisper because I don't want. She's deaf, so she can't hear me. But you know, like anchovy, anchovy, come. You know, and people are like, and I don't know if you know this about me, but I just love silly attention. Not like, oh my gosh, that girl is so like she makes mistakes. Not like that kind of attention, but like just like, what'd you say? And I just like when people meet your dog, and she is very much a people dog. When people meet your dog, they're like, oh my gosh, what's your dog's name? And I can be like, you know, this is Anchovy. We've never like gotten out of a conversation about anchovy without people being like, that is quite the interesting name. Like, that's wow, really? And you know, I gotta give it to my husband. When we got married in October, we got anchovy in April. Like within 6 months, we got anchovy. And like the entire time I was like, okay, so we're gonna get a dog, and I want it to be named Anchovy. And like he went with that. He went with that like this whole time. So you know, I gotta give it to him. But and I do recommend, if you get a dog before you have kids, to name it something obnoxious. Um, because then don't tell people what you name your kids until like around birth. We didn't tell anybody what my kids' names were until after they were born, and they were very concerned when we were having a daughter. They're like, their dog's name is Anchovy. It's like she's the coolest dog ever, though. Like she's got the most unique name. So it's a very fun experience having a dog named Anchovy. So I'll leave it at that. But anyway, it's not why we're here today. Sorry. So we did this. All right. So this is nice. Another thing I like to do is I like to duplicate this first page again and bring it over here. And another thing we do is let's just delete these things that we don't need. And another thing I like to do is I like to do the daubers. So you press the shift to make sure that it's apparently it does not care. Okay, never mind. It's gonna say hold the shift button to make sure it's a perfect circle, but apparently it has no interest in doing that. So that's about the size we want. Let's see, it's about 2.3. That's where we're at. So we take that and then we just delete everything else. And we just make a page of daubers. So we take this, and what we can do is we can fill it with these fun colors that we have. You can give it a black line. That's 3 is what I like to do. And you can also add the word like, daubers, for example. And you can just make like a page of this, right? Doesn't quite work. So we can do 9 per page. Oh, I don't know how to make any more. I don't know that we can. I mean, we can always try. Let's see. Let's see what we can do. Okay, instead of 9, we can have 10. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so there we go. You can have some daubers. Yeah, just write daubers. And then we can just put that here. And let's just bring this up a little bit. Okay. And then we can duplicate this and change the inside color to be, this red, and then change the inside color to be this yellow. Another thing you can do is you can duplicate and you can just add some things to it. Like for this one, let's add a little pepper to it. Let's add the one with the face though to be extra. So funny. And we would align middle and align distribute and then duplicate. Put these little weirdos in here. And then what I would do is I would just duplicate 2 and put those here. And then duplicate them again and put them here. So that's an idea. You can just put a random thing in each one. Like for this red one, we can put a little taco. I just love the idea of these Mexican food with I mean, you don't have to turn it because it's a circle. They can turn it themselves. The idea of Mexican food inside little circles is just, it's just me. It's so cute. All right, so then we'll duplicate and put these here. We'll just grab these two and duplicate them again. And put them over here. And duplicate again. Put them over here. There you go. Easy peasy. And then let's duplicate these guys and maybe maybe this avocado. He's so cute. I love avocados. Not so much eating avocados. I mean, they're tasty. I'll give them that. They are tasty, but just love how cute they are. Like, I feel like I don't eat as many avocados as somebody who loves avocados as much as me should, you know? But I still think they're adorable. Okay, so here's your daubers. And then another thing you can do, I see the time, so I'm not gonna do all this with you, but what I like to do is there we go. No, that's not it either. I just had this. Right there, room, jungle shapes, bingo. Here it is, farm bingo. Another thing I like to do, in addition to the daubers and everything, is I like to do a calling card list. So I put them in alphabetical order here. I would change this to be the colors that we're doing. So like green, red, yellow, green, red. And then instead of farm, I would say Cinco de Mayo. And then I would make it super small. And then what I would do is I would go through all the things that I added. I would just take my list right here and I would make these, I would sort by name, and then I would, where are we? View, details. So then I could see avocado, burrito, but I would actually have, I need to have the picture too. So I put it like this and then bring it over here and then drink a little water. My dog's name is Hazel, but my niece calls her Weasel, so she knows she's now Weasel Wayne. That's fantastic. Oh man. My friends have a dog named Opie, and I was trying to convince them that they need to have a food name for their dog and it has to match their last name. So Anchovy is Anchovy Averill, right? Because we're Averils. And they have a last name that begins with F. So Opie didn't work for me and what I wanted for them. So I renamed him Fritter. I would always call him Fritter. And now they call him Opie Fritter. And Anchovy's awake now because I'm talking about Opie, but Opie Fritter. I think he has a longer name, but I don't think I could say it. I don't think I could say Opie Fritter of the Fuzzy Balls, I think is what his name is. And yeah, so I just kept calling him Fritter until they finally agreed. And I was in my 30s when that happened. So no, I was in my 20s. I was in my 20s still. I was still young back then. Uh burrito. Uh chili. Oh, it's a chili pepper. I should have wrote that. Missed opportunity. That's okay. A pepper. Flan. Guaca. Mole. And then my parents, they have a dog named Max, and I've always called him Waffle because because again, you need to have a dog with a food name. And if you don't, it's fine. I'm just going to rename your dog. Yeah, I'm just going to rename your dog, which is apparently what I do. Uh, uh, anyway, talking about food always just reminds me of I keep doing Tamale tortilla chip, and then I think that was it. 11. Okay. And then we'll do random. So what I do to do random is I sort by size. Um, and then uh, yeah. So there we go. So for this now it will be, let's see, it'll be lime, pepper, hot sauce, tortilla chip, burrito, hot sauce again, Jennifer, tortilla, guacamole, salsa, lime I already did, tamale, tortilla chip, which I already did. Oh, avocado. What's the other one? Oh, flan. There it is. All right, there we go. So that's what I do. Oh, that's not how you spell guacamole. I was looking at it and I was like, that looks wrong. All right, there you go. So that is all of my secrets for bingo cards. I hope this helps. And I hope you use this and you make a bajillion dollars. I'm not going to have a template for you for this because everything is dependent on this bingo generator, which makes it super easy. There are other things you can add to this, but I'm just going to have this be it. And then also I would go to new slide, reuse slide, and I would just take my terms of use pages. And I'm actually going to change these out to be, I'll probably keep this dinosaur one because it does so well. But I would change them to May type things. So I probably do, if I have anything Mother's Day, which I do, I just have to figure it out. I would do Mother's Day, and then I would do an end of the year awards because I feel like those do really well in May. And then what else does really well right now? I might do one of my butterfly things because they seem to do really well. I would look at my I would look at my sales and I would see what has sold really well in May because this is definitely a May product. Obviously because it's Cinco de Mayo. So yes, that's what I would do. All right. So I hope this helps you make a bajillion dollars. I will also say that I have this sombrero template, and every time it sells, I'm always like, "Why is it selling? It's not even May." And it sold this morning, and I was like, oh, "Why did this sell? It's not even May." And then I was like, "Oh, actually, this is the perfect time for it to sell." Because before it was selling in like October, and I was like, "That makes no sense." But if you just do a little research, it all makes sense. But anyway, uh, apparently there's a not apparently there's a I believe it's like Latin American Awareness Month in September or October. Can't remember. I can't remember what month it was that I was like, this is an interesting uptick in sales, and then I figured it out, and then I was like, oh, well, that's great, love that. So anyway, this is what we have for you today. We just made these awesome bingo cards. We made 40 bingo cards twice, so technically we made 80 bingo cards, and some daubers and some calling cards and a calling list, all in less than an hour. So go forth, make a bajillion dollars. You can use the link that's right here to find this bingo generator if you don't already have it. But I feel like most of you already have it because I've been talking about this. I talk about it all the time. So that's all for me. Have a great rest of your day. I'm going to go hang out with my anchovy pizza. I will talk with you children later. Have a great rest of your day and a great weekend, and I will see you in the Facebook group. Bye.